Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Once again, welcome back to Onyi Healthy Tips and the Beauty channel. If today is your first time of joining me to this particular channel, you're super welcome to my channel. You did not just mix your way, you are at the rightful place. So today, without wasting any of our time, I just want to still go back into this parenting skill. Remember, I said I have a lot to discuss here and I wouldn't like to cut this particular discussion halfway. I will make sure I finish it before I go into other things, other healthy tips that I will also be discussing and also talking about in this particular channel. So today I want to still go back on parenting skill, what it means to have a very good communication with your child. What does it mean that you need to do that earlier before it gets too late? I'll be using pictures and diagram in order to explain today's episode. Yes, pertaining or concerning parenting skill. Why I want to use pictures is for me to put a proper explanation of what I want to talk about today. Remember, I said parenting skill has a lot to do in children's life, in your children's life. There is a lot of way to do parenting skill. There are many things that parents have been missing, which is not normal, which is not good, which at the end of the day we regret it so much. I always say that the earlier the better. It's better for you to attempt to that problem than not to attempt to that problem. And any problem being attempted sometimes normally gets solved early. So today, as I said, I'll be using diagrams and pictures to put more explanation to what I want to talk about today. So first of all, the first picture you're seeing here is a man trying to quench a fire. And not just a man trying to quench a fire. If you look up, you will see this other one, a fire that have already, that have escalated so much, and the one that is too small. So which one is better for you to handle immediately? Which one are you supposed to start to handle immediately, never to allow it to escalate to the extent of the other one? Remember, when a fire outbreak starts, when it starts a little, it's better for you to attempt to that fire immediately. Make sure you bring it or calm it down than for it to escalate and get to where you'll be looking for fire service and people's help in order to quench that fire. What do I actually mean by this? What did I actually mean by this? I'm still referring this to parenting skill. It's better for you to start to treat that problem when it's little than to allow it to get bigger. When your children are still small, this is exactly when you're supposed to start talking to them. Let them understand. Don't allow this fire to escalate. Don't allow it to grow bigger when you will not be able to handle it. And by that time, you'll be looking for people outside. You'll be looking for extra hand to help you to solve that problem. As a parent, start your parenting skill when they are still little. When your child is still 1 year, 2 years, there is a way to attend to them. Speak to them, relate with them, be friendly with them, so they can be able to achieve that. I just use one particular paragraph, this particular picture, to show us an example. It's better for you to solve your problem when it's little than to allow it to escalate. We always say prevention is better than cure. Prevent that problem not to come than to allow it to come, and you now start looking for a solution on how to solve that particular problem. That is number one. The number two picture I'll be using is this picture we are seeing here. You can see a boy trying to climb a tree to go and plug a mango. You can see this boy climbing up. When you are trying to climb a tree and this tree is very big, and when you are climbing, you are afraid. You don't even know where to hold your hands because you have a target. You want to achieve something. But what are you going to do? Face your fear and try to overcome them. Face your fear and try to do what? To overcome them. That is the fear. What are the fears of every parent? The fear of every parent is to make sure that your children did not disgrace them. That is number one. That your children did not fall as a victim. That is number two. That their children did not buy when it's not yet their time. Because there are some certain situations that can lead to that. So what is this fear you're supposed to face? Face them. Those fears, those things you're going to be afraid of tomorrow, why not start it early? Face it now that it's very small. Face it now that you can be able to handle it. Face it now that you can be able to grab it and get it, the way, mold it the way you want to mold it. That is that parenting skill I'm talking about. Remember, when you did not start on time, when you did not face your problems on time, you will never be able to overcome them. But when you face it, try. It's not easy. Make sure you try as a parent. Go ahead. Try until you get to that place. Getting to that place is for you to pluck this mango. For this child to get to that place is to pluck this mango. And whenever your hand reaches to this mango, you plug it, you have achieved something. Mold your children. Mold them. Give them a best parenting skill. And make sure you achieve that, which will bring you fear for tomorrow. so that at the end of the day, you have every right to celebrate and also celebrate with them. I use this picture as what? As let me say, a reference. I'm using this as an explanation too, so that you can be able to understand what I mean. Parenting skills are stage by stage. I've shown you a man who is trying to quench a fire. It's better for you to quench it when it's small than to quench it when you have already escalated. You can see this child trying to climb the tree in order to pluck this mango. There is a fear climbing up, but you have to make sure you actualize your dream. When you get to this mango, you have already actualized that. That is number 2 picture, which I am using in order to, next picture I'm going to use here to, to explain what I mean by this parenting skill is this particular picture you're seeing here. You can see a group of people in a box stop gathering their things. And on this trip, you can see they came out very early. What does this really mean? I'm going to use this word by saying early preparation does not spoil a trip. Yes, when you prepare yourself early, you will see that your trip is going to be a very successful one. When you start preparation, when you start preparing your children, when they are so early, very young, you will see that at the end of the day, you will see a very good outcome coming from them, and there will be no regret. So that is why I always use this. That is the reason why I use this particular picture, to also to narrate this, that early preparation does not spoil a trip. Start your parenting skill on time. Make sure you put all your effort to make sure you achieve your aim. It's better for you to start on time that you did not even do anything. It's better for you to start on time that at the end of the day, when they have grown up more than the age, you're supposed to use those words to them. And they will be able to understand what you mean, and you are trying to apply it at that time. It will be very difficult for them to decode it properly. But when you start early, do what you're supposed to do as a parent from the early stage. I assure you, by the grace of God, not by your own making, you will always arrive at that best and perfect dream which you have dreamed for your family, for your kids, and also for your children. That is what it is. So I'm using this particular, why I just want to make this video today short. That is why I decided to use these pictures in order to on what I'm trying to explain today. That's why I want to use this picture to explain more better for you guys to understand what I mean about this parenting skill. And I'm not just going to stop here. I still have very important, and that will be coming in my next episode for today. But remember, this little explanation which I have given you with these pictures here can equally go a long way for you to know what to do as a parent. When I said early preparation does not spoil a trip. Prevention is better than cure. And at the same time, face your fear and achieve your aims at the end. Your fear and try to overcome them. That is exactly what it is. Don't allow them to overpower you as a parent. And don't be so rigid to them. Don't be so rigid to your kids. Being rigid will spoil so many things. A parent will come and say, no, that is not the way to treat them. That is not the way to do a parenting skill. There are ways to treat problems, and there are ways to overcome problems. There are ways to get a better solution to a particular problem. All I'm trying to explain here is parenting skills so much matters a lot. And you don't just do that only for your kids. There are children around you. Don't say because this is my own child, you will not be able to explain or talk to that child that is still going astray. Always call their attention and let them understand what it means. Every mother, every father, they are teachers. You cannot just be a teacher for your own kids and not for other children outside. But do it in a way that it will favor everyone, and that is what I'm trying to say. So, with this little explanation which I've given on this one, remember I stopped the other day that it's good for you to do what? To monitor your kids. It's good for you to have a very better parenting communication with your kids. It's good to have a parent and child communication, which is very, very important. So if you can apply it with what I've just explained today, you'll see that we are actually making sense on this parenting skill. And if you apply it, it's going to give you a best solution and better outcome. And that is my prayer to every parent. For today's episode, I think I'm just going to end this one here for now, before we go into another one. I think the next stage or the next parenting skill I'll be discussing is about child abuse, sexual child abuse. What does it mean? How do parents came to understand or realize that there's something like this? That will be coming up in my next episode. And remember, it's very, very important for you to pay attention and get this right. Thank you guys and God bless you. If you have not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and click at the subscription button. Like this video, share this video, and also don't forget to give it a thumb up. Once again, I'll say a very big thank you to all of you. I love you all and bye-bye.